Hi, so if you're a Leo born July 23rd to August 22nd, what can you expect for the month of July 2015? Let's tune in and find out. Okay, so this is good. Right away, I hear you're going to be surprised about how much you get done in so little of time. So essentially, once you put your focus on something, you're going to be able to have, it just feels like the universe shift, like the wind to your back. So there's more of an opening for you to kind of like slip in and do whatever it is you want to do. It's not going to be like, completely easy, but if there's effort put forward, there's going to be a lot that can get accomplished in a short period of time. So that's really good. So we begin the month with a full moon in Capricorn on July 1st. So the energy of that full moon for you guys, it's going to bring up a lot of stuff. It's going to bring up a lot of anxiety and turmoil and incompletions, and so it feels very internal. Here's the thing I know you guys don't like, but we're in the energy of Cancer yet, right? So we're under the influence of Cancer yet, and that's the energy of Capricorn. That's the full moon. So Cancer, that's kind of overriding this whole month yet, until the next new moon, which is through the first 2 weeks of July, is a lot of the feeling, emotional stuff. And so I just feel, through you guys, for Leo, it's going to be really internalized. Some of you may even have stomach problems. Some of you may have sinus issues, internal anger blocked in the sinuses and the stomach, just like anxiety and upset. And, especially around relationships, family relationships, emotional discord with yourself. Why did I do that? Why didn't I do this? Why didn't I say that? Why did I do this? So a lot of head bashing towards yourself. So you want to be gentle. You want to be easy on yourself this full moon, July 1st, okay? And because it's kind of intense, and it can also cause flare-ups with our friends and family. So you want to be a little, hang back, put on the happy face, don't engage, just do your best to kind of get through that day. And, and sometimes it's on either side of it can be a little intense as well. So just a few more deep breaths and you'll be fine. Okay. So now let's look overall at the month for July for money for Leos and see how that turns out. Wow, this is nice. I see you right away stepping into a small spring that just opens to a huge flow. So whatever it is you start to put some energy towards, a lot more money can come back towards you. So whatever it is that you're starting or beginning, it feels like it is something new. It feels like it's something you haven't done before. So it's definitely new beginnings and new opportunities. And there's a lot. It's expansive, so it can really go out and bring you more money back to you. And it can last for a long time. So it's a nice, if this is a new career for you that you're stepping into, it's a right move because it feels really good. So yeah, absolutely, money coming in for you, a nice flow, and coming from your own effort, your own worth, your own gain. So that's good. So now, as far as relationships go, let's look at those of you that are in a committed relationship for Leo. Well, it's going to be a little tricky. It feels like there's just some tricky energy around this particular situation. Talked about it initially around July 1st with that full moon energy, it being kind of, difficult or cranky. And then it feels like you kind of rise above that energy. You rise above it, you get in a nice flow, you have a really good time. I have a little bit of a headache in that, there's, do I like this? Do I not like this? Some kind of challenges or conflict with it. But by around the 15th, which is the new moon of Cancer, that new moon that's going to happen, that's really going to shift the energy and make you feel much more excitable. It's going to much more happy and entertained. There's just this release, really, really, really positive thing. And so there's a shift that happens in that relationship, or a shift that happens within you, that really makes that coupling much more happier and productive. And then at the end of the month, there's much more freedom. Now, here's the thing. Some of you may not make it. Some of you in this sort of committed relationship around that July 1st may just go, you know what, not happening. By the new moon on the 15th, just go, let's just be friends. You know, we dated for years or we were whatever for, and, but it does feel mutual. Okay. So it does feel mutual. So if some of you are kind of getting that wind, it does feel mutual for those of you that are breaking up. But that's when you're likely to see it, around that July 1st, and into the first 2 weeks or 3 weeks of July, where you just maybe throw in the towel. Now, those of you that are happily engaged in a solid, committed relationship, there may be a little few tricky things. You just little, tensions run a little higher, but overall, it's going to be really good. In the last 10 days of the month, just much more blissful, a lot more fun. You may even find yourself doing some fun things on the water skiing, and or just sailboating, just things on the water, really idyllic time for you. So I really feel like it's a real romantic kind of energy towards the end of the month, if you can make it. But for those of you that, like I said, are in a committed relationship, won't be a problem at all. Okay, and then for those of you that are single, what does the month look like for you? You're going to have a good time. Just resist the temptation to commit to anybody, because everybody's a little bit kind of finding their own game right now. Towards the end of the month, there may be a sifting things out, sifting the relationships out, all the bevy of beauties and all the gorgeous hunks out there, and you'll be going through all of them, and and kind of like the cream of the crop will show you towards the end of the month. So just, if you're having fun and you really find somebody you really like that first week of July, just kind of like resist the temptation to make them the one. Give it a little more breathing space. And by the end of July, after the new moon, and then there's a full moon, July, another full moon. We have 2 full moons this month. So the second full moon is July 31st in Aquarius. And if they're still around then and there's nobody else, then if you want to put more energy and time into it, then fine. But prior to that, it feels like you'd be missing other opportunities with other people that might be better fit for you. So resist the temptation, because you're going to have a lot of opportunity this month to meet a lot of good partners. And just resist the temptation to grab that first one that comes in early July, and keep letting go, keep letting go, keep letting go. And at the end of the July, if there's still somebody there that intrigues you, then you can kind of whittle down and focus just on that person. But otherwise, I would just wait. I would just have fun, go have a great time. Now, as far as your health goes, let's look at your health for Leos. I'm feeling some constriction in my chest, so some of you may be having some asthma and or just stress, not being able to breathe. There's also a lot of anxiety that you could be dealing with. I think it's going to pass, as you kind of learn to breathe and relax and do what you're supposed to do. A lot of times we put stress on ourselves because, one, either we're too hard on ourselves, or two, we know what we're supposed to be doing and we're not doing it. Okay? So look and see if you're either one of those categories, and that's going to help eliminate the stress. And, if you're somebody who's really driven, but nobody can do it as good as you, then you need to learn to delegate. And if you're somebody who's like sitting back and just afraid to get going, and because you don't want to make a mistake, you don't want to screw up, and you're just not doing anything, and you've got all sorts of anxieties because you haven't started. So just do something, right? Because any step in the right direction is a good step, even if it's falling flat on your face, because you'll have learned from it and you'll be able to get the energy moving, you'll get going, and that's going to help to open up that chest and breathe a little easier. But all in all, it feels like the health is going to be righting itself. So in other words, whatever's been wrong, you're going to see what's been wrong. You're going to get answers. There's going to be insight for you. The right doctors are going to appear. So when we're dealing something that's really physical, some of you may be scheduling surgery. Some of you may be focused on, you may also find that in your mind it was going to be XYZ and it was going to be this hard, and instead it's something easier to do. It's an easier fix, a cheaper fix than what you had anticipated. So if you had a broken nose, you think, oh my God, I need a nose job and I need this and that. You might find that it's something much simpler than what you were thinking. Okay, so just keep in mind if you've got something big going on, that's going to happen for you. Okay, let's look at your money, Leos. I think we did the money. Okay, so your money's fine. Relationships, health. Okay, so it looks like we've covered everything for you. Let's just see if there's anything else that's missing for the weekend, for the month. Okay, so a big thing what's coming up right away for you guys, Leo, is you're bold people. You really know yourself. You really have strong opinions. You're highly intelligent, and people believe you. Okay, but we need you to believe you. We need you to believe in yourself and believe in what you say. And be as big as that game is that you put out there, okay? Because there's a huge opportunity for this whole month of July for you to really step into your shoes and really be that magnanimous person that everybody thinks you are, right? So be it for yourself. You know, a lot of Leos, when they're kind of like unhealthy, they use their ego to kind of like, wow, this is who I am, this is what I do, this is how I can be. But inside feel small or weak or inadequate or insecure or afraid. And this month you can like let go of all that. So there's a big opportunity to have huge emotional healing this month of July and to really have a freedom to really be happy. So I'm really happy for you guys. There's a lot of opportunity for you to heal, to get higher on a kite than on all levels, you know, mental, physical, and spiritual. So you guys have a great month if you're willing to look at yourself, if you're willing to move forward and you're willing to kind of like let go of the past towards yourself, right? And I think you'll have a great month. All right, Leos, if you liked my intuitive astrology, please share it with your friends and click like on the page and leave me your comments. I'd love to hear from you and look forward to connecting with you again next month. Have a great month.